there was just this day I just was like, man, there's so many people that I've worked with and been around and been able to meet. What if I just sat back and made a list of all the people that I've worked with before, so or just been associated with. So I made a list, and we're just gonna go down the list. I'll pick a few names, and I thought about calling it STARstruck. So this is my show called STARstruck. Yeah, STARstruck. So I'm at some show in Bakersfield at the Fox Theater. The Funkadelics was there, and my parents invited us, and a hell of a night. And next thing I know, Flex works his magic. We're backstage, and all these people are, crowding this little room to get next to, George Clinton from the Funkadelics, the Atomic Dog. So once it clears up, I'm able to get inside. He signed some tickets that I got, and I got a chance to just shake his hand and just tell him how much he was appreciated. When you meet these people, these are things that you need to do. You need to embrace it. I've never been the type of person where I couldn't express how I felt about somebody. You know what I mean? Real talk. So my dad, we lived in Los Angeles, and my dad used to always take us to Venice Beach and Santa Monica, Redondo, and Portugal, and just all these different places, Hollywood, and just we happened to be at the beach, and Kane from MenaceIIsociety just happened to be out there. Me and my brother were like teenagers, and but we knew exactly who he was. MenaceIIsociety was, one of the most biggest movies in the 90s, so and he was very cool. He wasn't, acting weird or nothing like that. He loved it in LA. You knew he was a superstar. He didn't mind, chilling and hanging out with people. So that was cool. That was real cool to see that. T-nutty was doing a show in Fresno, California. At the time, he's just one of the biggest artists, to come out of Sacramento, along with Sibo and Brother Lynch, Smig Dirty. It's a lot of cats out of Sacktown that we got love for in the 916, and so I'm backstage. I know he's on the bill. I see him, and he's surrounded by all his goons, and I'm able to get past him and, hey man, how you doing? What's up, T-nutty? How you doing? You T-nutty, right? And he's like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, man, it's just, nice to meet you, man. Hell yeah, love your music and shit, man. You tight, you dope as fuck. And he's like, thanks, bro. Hell yeah, shook my hand and shit. Another time, I booked Marvelous, and she happened to bring T-nutty out too, and he brought all his shit, all his clothes and shit, and all his gear, and everybody was loving it and shit. So shout out to my boy T-nutty, man. Hell yeah. Marv was booked on the Wake and They Cook Game Up tour, and my man runs Fresno, and Messy had came to the fairgrounds ahead of time to peep out the venue, and he had a security guard with him that was probably about 7-8 feet tall, and he had a Square Bitches Don't Like Me t-shirt on, and Messy was just like, where can I find some clothes out here, and so we show him what the outlets is, and where all the high pricey shit is at. And later on that night, he came to the show, rocked it, and got a lot of respect for Messy Marv. I've been listening to his music My brother Lavelle, my sister Shay just putting me up on his music, and just being able to meet him and stuff. And it's good to see him back on right now. Shout out to Cash Out Mess, Cash Lord Mess, holding you down. Let's do it. There was just this day I just was like, man, there's so many people that I've worked with and been around and been able to meet. What if I just sat back and made a list of all the people that I've worked with before, or just been associated with. So I made a list, and we're just gonna go down the list. I'll pick a few names, and I thought about calling it STARstruck. So this is my show called STARstruck. Yeah, STARstruck. So Mistah Fab, he was booked at the fairgrounds, and he was the headliner. There's tons of people there, and it's cracking like crazy. And I remember there was some fights and stuff, and some other people on the bill. It was just cracking. I think we rocked like one song that night, and got a chance to go backstage, meet Fab, shake his hand, say what's up to him. And then right after that, he got on the stage and started killing it, started rocking it, and he took control of the whole crowd. And there was thousands of people there, so he just killed it, and he was hella cool too, hella cool. So shout out to Fabby Davis Jr., man, hell yeah, got hella respect for Fab. Shout out to the Bay. Luni Coleone, we did 3-city tour with him. Just got to chill with Luni and just, vibe out. Love Luni's music, had always been listening to Luni's music. Just got a chance to just chill with him and just, see people, really feel that music. Another Sacktown legend, you know what I mean, that just, represented and killed on them beats, and definitely, a West Coast veteran, that people like myself got more than enough respect for, so shout out to Sacktown once again. And we still knock Luni music to this day, you know what I mean? So shout out to my boy Luni Coleone. It was the Rest in Peace and Mac Dre Day, which is something that they always do in the Bay Area, just to pay tribute to Mac Dre. And happened to be there, and there was a lot of artists there, a lot of artists from the Bay there. Got a chance to meet J-Diggz, and he was hella cool. And J-Diggz is the big homie, man, hell yeah. And shout out to Diz. So just Livewire in general, chill with Philthy Rich, and numerous occasions when he was performing, birthday celebrations. Philthy Rich is the big homie from Oakland. Seminary, flyest nigga on 2 feet, you know what I mean? And Lil Blood, chill with Lil Blood, hotel parties, and got much love for him. We slap his music. And JStalin, same thing. I never seen nobody perform like JStalin. I opened up for him, and I remember he came after I got through performing, and he gave me a compliment on my music. He was like, man, I think your music's good, and gave me his number and was like, yeah, man, hit me, so just getting feedback from JStalin, CEO of Livewire Records, was just, amazing to me. It was mind-blowing, and that's the best criticism you can get. There was just this day I just was like, man, there's so many people that I've worked with and been around and been able to meet. What if I just sat back and made a list of all the people that I've worked with before, or just been associated with. So I made a list, and we're just gonna go down the list. I'll pick a few names, and I thought about calling it STARstruck. So this is my show called STARstruck. Yeah, STARstruck.